podcast, we definitely discuss healing. We discuss aspects of psychology. We discuss, like, you becoming the best you, mental wellness,
For sure.
health,
Femininity, parenthood, dating
definitely
as
dating.
single parents. And it's from a lens of two psychologists,
Yeah.
So,
But also to people who grew
mhm,
up like with both parents,
mhm,
married parents, and then, like, you all know that Chloe and I are the youngest of our crews, like her
yeah.
siblings and my siblings. So
Mhm.
yeah, so it's from that
Looking,
perspective
yeah,
as
looking at
that.
life through that lens. So
Yeah.
you're gonna get a whole lot of things
Mhm.
from us being women, going through
Mhm.
life as parents, and all of these awesome attributes. But
Yeah.
yes, womanology, the study of women.
The study of women.
All right, welcome back to Everyone Needs an Aquarius. We are back. Shout out to everyone listening and checking us out. Dom, how have you been? Do you feel a little
I'm a
vindicated this
clone.
week? And we'll get into that. We Oh shit, damn.
I'm a clone. Snobby
Yo, before we
guys.
yeah, shout out to the movie. They Clown Tyrone is fucking good too, yo.
Phenomenal. I
It's a
just
great
watched it
movie.
this morning.
It's good.
And it was a lot to
We
unpack.
get some feedback on your mic. We get some feedback on your
It's
mic,
the
Dom.
dog. It's the dog. Wait,
Oh,
you still here?
I can hear, I can't hear that now. You good now?
Okay, the dog was in the mic. And I probably should really I should probably put her up because she just like finally ate the rest of her food. And drink some water, but I'm gonna let her sit by me. If I need to run, you're talking, just know I want to put her
Okay,
on her
keep going.
crate.
Yep, no problem. So no, They Clone Tyrone was awesome movie,
Oh
man.
my god, it
Oh,
was so phenomenal. And like so phenomenal and yet fucked up at the same time.
yes,
Like,
yes,
sorry guys, spoiler, like could you imagine going through life thinking that you were like a regular human being
yeah.
and then some fuck shit happened and then you just like
Like, what are we
that,
doing here?
that girl looked familiar.
Yo, I mean, like, and then I'm not trying to spoil it for people, but the ending when it goes back to the original, the title, you like, oh, because you're trying to figure out the whole movie. Who is Tyrone?
Well, remember that it was that wasn't like it that was like kind of like headquarters, but it was like
It's a
oh wait
different setting. No, but remember
yeah,
at the end, remember he's like, I'm putting them in all the different hoods.
yeah, they in the different hoods, so they had figured that out when they was like figured yeah. So then when it was happening, they looked at him. It was like because now they was in LA, like
Yeah, and
fucking
they
shit
like,
up.
that's you.
But like how what's crazy is that everybody has like a villain origin story.
They do. They do.
And it's crazy because him confronting
Himself.
himself and you getting this story, which now certain things were making sense. And but it's also fucked up how sometimes our villain origin stories as black people comes at the expense of exploiting us. Because
Mm.
that's what he did. He perpetuated stereotypes and
But
kept certain.
then I'm gonna
Y'all
flip it
really
on
gotta
you.
watch it.
Yeah, but I'm flip this on you too. It showed that how different that one experience, someone's one experience, tragic experience, everyone could go towards somewhere different.
Yep.
Because the one thing with his brother dying was different. The different people, different experiences, and different ways that they accepted that trauma.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like
It's
that's
so fucked up.
different things. So, and it's also like, yo, even though you could be an identical person yourself, but those experiences, everyone still makes another choice of another experience,
Yep.
regardless of what you could be the same person. Different experiences, different choices change you around.
I think about life like that a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because life is life is like a game, right?
Hundred
So
percent.
if you got a deck of cards and you get dealt a certain hand, and it might not be the greatest hand, you losing a little bit, and then the game, you know, like you get the opportunity to play again to get a better hand, and I might put them cards back in, let's shuffle, like let's get a full house or whatever, you know what I mean, whatever.
And you got an opportunity to maybe go cheat and pull some other cards and put them up under the table.
Yeah, like you just, but it's so many ways to look at life, and like though, like I told you, you said, well, how was I feeling? I was like, I feel brain fog, I feel overwhelmed in an underwhelming way, and I know that this is just a moment, and like we're understanding that, and I know that everybody, it'd be hard. It'd be hard to stay like, this is a moment. It's a moment. It's a long moment, but it's a moment, and I know it will get better. You know, like keeping that faith and pushing forward. You know, like I don't know. You know, like I know you're not based on your old blogs, and I'm pretty sure having kids changes things a little bit.
Oh yeah, all that shit's trash now. All that shit's trash since I had a kid.
But
well, I wouldn't say all of it. Just I look back at it and cringe sometimes.
No. I look back at it and laugh. And the cool thing about this is that it's growth. Shout out to Kelly. Growth.
I'll be reading that, I'm like, dang, I didn't know.
I would never forget that story. Y'all.
What story are you talking? Which one?
Nigga, when your dad got left at the altar.
Oh yeah.
Or when y'all got egged.
Yeah.
I would never forget that. And I was like, and at that point, we are nowhere. Who knew down the line that we would be like BFFs and having a show together based on me wanting to interview you and Blake, and was like, we got a chemistry. We got to do something together.
Yeah.
My God. Like,
man.
And now here we are. And like, so knowing you, like, okay, outside of looking in, and then like, again, the parties, like, but knowing you now, like really knowing you and being able to pick up the phone and say, hey, I got a problem, bro. Like, can you talk to me, or vice versa? Or what do you think about this? It's like, it's crazy, but it's growth. And that's what life is about. And I guess that's why sometimes I get, unless you really say some weird racist kind of type shit, like I feel like people deserve the opportunity to grow, to be able to look back. 100%. But also, that's why I screw up my Twitter. Y'all not gonna get me. Y'all not get me. And if I said something, I was like, nigga, that was 1854.
1854.
Fuck, like I'm grown now. Like I'm grown, and it was certain views that I even had like 10 years ago. You know, like 10 years ago, where I was like, I don't feel like that no more. Like,
that don't even mean nothing to me.
I was like, I don't feel like that. I was like, oh, that's crazy that I said that shit. Like, my homeboy was like, I thought you said Doja Cat wasn't like this. I said, when I say that?
Now, there are some opinions that I do keep.
I was like,
and one of them is Doja Cat. I always think Doja Cat is a low-key, self-hating black woman. That's just me, though.
Yeah, she could. Yeah, definitely. Like, well, see, here's the thing. Us blacks are late to the Doja Cat party because of Moo, the bitch I'm a cow, right? That made.
Yes.
So we were late.
That's my introduction to her, though.
So right. So that's almost pretty much every black person that is like, you know, I'm gonna say around her age bracket that are, I'm gonna say we kind of, you know, like culture, you know, cultured blacks. That was our intro to Doja. Doja had a whole catalog before that, which is actually it's a really great catalog. I'm not gonna lie. Doja Cat's music is fire.
No. No. That's what's so funny is they got a video out here, all my hip hop heads. She's listening to Little Brother, Whatever You Say, and a thing, and everybody was like, you know about Little Brother? And she was like, this is my favorite song of all time. I was like,
Doja Cat. So part of me feels like Doja,
like she was doing some weirdo stuff back then.
So here's the weird. Yeah, she was showing white feet in the white group chat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then letting the white boys, the white incels be going in on her and saying crazy stuff to her.
And so the Doja Cat story, the origin story, is kind of fucked up. Because I thought we talked about Doja Cat on here before.
Wow.
So Doja Cat's dad is like
African, right? Or something.
Like
right?
it's African, but I think he's like an actor or something over in the country. So the mom, whatever it was, when the mom ended up pregnant, they were supposed to, like, he went ahead to like set up shop or something, and no, she never showed up.
What do you mean?
She never showed up with her and the baby.
So, but he came to the States, or he
came like wherever. I don't think it was the States.
Oh, so he was going to do a movie somewhere else in Africa, like
yeah, and she or wherever he is from. But he went ahead of them, and like he knows that she exists. Like he knows that she makes music. It's like somebody even showed her or like read a quote where he was like really saying he was proud, but she couldn't really receive it because she don't have a relationship with him. And you know, her mom being white, like she like ghosted him.
Her mom did.
The mom ghosted the dad. Yeah. So it's kind of like fucked up because it wasn't like, oh, I didn't want my kid. It was like she changed her name.
I'm looking at here. It says her mother moved her. Oh no, it says they moved from Tarzana to New York, where they lived for a few years, and then I guess he was trying to move back, and then move back to South Africa. And then the mom moved back to LA.
Yeah.
Wow.
But like I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he was under the impression, like the conversation is that she was going to meet him there, like she was going to come.
Man, I mean, maybe I need to stop calling her self-hating and give her a chance. But
no, I think part of it is that she don't see this here. Okay, so I'm gonna talk to y'all. It's what we be talking about with the mixed kid shit, and y'all be trying to make exotic looking kids that you think is always gonna have 2B hair or whatever. I don't know because I don't care about that stuff. It's a lot of weight to carry. I've seen it. I had a cousin that she ain't really biracial, but she like biracial. Her daddy mixed, and like her mama is just like light skin or whatever. But be having identity crisis. It's a lot to bear with that. And if you don't have somebody that really pumps like culture into you, or you being able to thrive in like both spaces, that's a lot. So I think I don't know. I feel like for some reason, why do I?
Her dad was in Serafina?
Yeah, nigga. Her daddy is an actor. Freedom is coming to
Wow. Okay.
Told you.
She's never met him?
I feel like she was a child, like a baby. Don't quote me on that, but I all I know is that he wanted his family and homegirl ain't show up.
Hey, homeboy is a real deal. He got 18,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
So, he's even shouting her out on his Instagram.
Yeah.
So something's weird with this. How has he got videos of his daughter on here or whatever? This is weird. Okay.
Well, right. I think that's his way of maybe like trying to reach out,
trying to show love,
trying to connect.
Well, someone that ain't connecting, Carlee Russell. I'm going to start calling her Carlee Hustle. Look, something's going to happen. Me and Dom said every time, as soon as we do a show, something hilariously catastrophic. You know what? Next time something happens, we doing an emergency show because
I'm down.
We should have done one already for the Carlee Russell thing. Even if it's 20 minutes and we just do one topic.
I'm just so mad because like my cousin Pam made a post and that lady pretty much called me a bitch. Like I don't like people calling me sweetie baby. I don't like sweetie. Do not call me sweetie.
Who called you that?
My cousin, she was like, well, sweetie, and I want to be like, look, bitch.
Oh, like you feel when older women say, hey, sweetie, is them saying, hey, bitch.
Because I can tell you, like I said this to my best friend. I said, am I wrong if I pop off because you know how we feel about sweetie? And he was like, he's like, oh shit, well, yeah. So it was like, so she made a post, you know, like how black people's like, this not making sense, it's not adding up, like out the gate. And I was like, I said, I'm sure it wasn't a hoax. Something happened, and I believe that baby was used as bait. And she said, you are a sweetie. You call me a bitch. You call me a bitch. And I don't like it.
Hold on.
And I said, the boyfriend is speaking out, confirming that she was pretty much in a state of shock, sweetie. Only time will tell. And now, here's the thing. I'm going to say this. Me, myself, if I did that, I would have been like, okay, so low-key, I might have took some DMT and some shrooms, and I was hallucinating. And so, like, I'm sorry. And I woke up in the woods, and then I went home. Or, like, I passed out at a hotel. Like, you know, like, I would have came up with something as an Aquarius, right? But the fact that it's like, she got an attorney and she was like, didn't even say she was schizophrenic or something. Because I felt like some of her family members, like, that was talking, was kind of hinting that she might have mental health issues.
Yes.
So for me, I would have played into it, and I know that's fucked up.
Oh, I definitely played into it.
I would have played into it.
Oh,
y'all not gonna be
why is Dean on TV? You seen him. I'd have played this.
Right. I would have played the game. And now people mad because, like, you know, they had raised like money for like her family or something. And GoFundMe is like, we not taking that shit back.
Yeah,
like
that bread. They ain't gonna take their way their bread.
It's like we not doing that. So y'all, that's on y'all. Y'all don't, you know, like
beware of your who you donating to for your GoFundMe's.
I'm just like, look, I'm so mad. And then it's like, you know, this sounds really fucked up. I think people really wanted that girl to like really be taken and come up dead. Because
hold up, then you wanted her people wanted her to be dead.
I didn't want her to be dead. Listen, I always want black women to
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you think some people wanted her.
No, a lot of people felt like that. The moment that it was like that they even like announced it or whatever, I felt like that was kind of like the narrative, you know, like people wanted her to, because there's nothing for them to like, it's the sensationalism of it all. Because what are the chances that we really see, especially, you know, somebody is missing and they come home, you know, like think about the situation that happened. Was that Kansas City where the girls like came up missing and one of them was able to escape? And they was Cleveland. Yeah, but you remember like somebody
that's my boy, the dude with the crazy hair that saved him. What is his name, man? Oh man, because he was like, I saw some little girls. And I went in there and tried to get him. He's like, it was a dead on. Remember, he's like dead on arrival. Hold on, I gotta find my dude. Like some random.
I think we never used to stories, and then so it creates this weird space where, like, actually, I'm not interested in spending a day in white Twitter. I was gonna say I'd be interested to spend a day in white Twitter to see how they respond to certain things versus like how we respond and to certain stuff. And that's not to say like, oh, white people treat white people better, because that's not true, you know, but just to see really how their psyche works a little bit. That'd be an interesting test experiment, because now it's like black people.
I want to give a shout out to that man, Charles Ramsey. I knew it. Charles Ramsey is the one that found him. He was a dude across the street, and it quoted it saying, not on duty in my neighborhood.
Oh my god.
Keep going on. I forgot. Remember he had that crazy like Frederick Douglass hair going on. It was like I just saw them girls out there, and I was like, they ain't right. It's something going on over there. Now
Yep.
keep in mind, this dude had this. This is even crazier since I'm looking at this. He had women captive since 2002.
Yeah.
2013.
Mm-hmm.
2002 to 2013.
And then didn't they find like didn't the friend die? Like one of the girls.
He killed himself. He killed himself when Charles Ramsey kicked him in the door. He shot himself.
Oh, okay. I thought one of those girls had died though.
Let me see. I'm looking. I think one of them did because it's 3 girls. One of them is dead.
Yeah.
So one of them disappeared August 2002. The other one disappeared April 2003, and he had that one. All 3. It was 3. All 3 of them survived.
Okay.
All 3 of them survived. But the guy's name, Ariel Castro. Man, Charles Ramsey. I forgot about the great Charles Ramsey. So he hung. No. I'm sorry. Let me give correction. So he was found hanging in the correctional facility in Arie, Ohio.
That's why I was like, no, they got that guy. I knew I was
yeah, they got him, and he was 1 month into his life sentence. He was 53 at the time of his death. He had hung himself September 3rd, 2013. Dang, right before my daughter was born. 6 days before my daughter was born. Wow. Dang.
Wait, no, that's a different story. There's
the same one.
No, there's a more recent one, where it is like I feel like some friends went out. Somehow they was abducted because one of the friends ended up getting killed. Because if you're talking about before Xander was born, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that was 2013. That's 2013 because
this is more recent within like the past few years. It was like some house, and it was in Ohio, where they recently had found some people, but it was one of the girls had died.
Let me see.
Because like girls, they went out and they ended up missing.
I'm Googling it now. Let's see what we come up with. I'm not seeing that for Kansas City. So so there was a woman that escaped a month-long captivity. Woman she told the 39-year-old had imprisoned her in the basement Elixir Springs, Missouri, but I don't know if it was a group of women.
I thought it was a group, but this
may be a whole different story. This one is like right outside Kansas City. 22-year-old black woman in Missouri who escaped after a white man abducted, tortured, and held her captive for weeks in a basement has said several other black men were killed by her captor. Okay, here we go. This might be it.
Yep.
Less than a month after police dismissed community concerns about the serial killer as completely unfounded, the woman who has
because people was reporting that house. I'm telling you.
Yeah, the woman who has not been named escaped on October 7th after about a month in captivity, still wearing a metal collar lock with a padlock that authorities had to remove. She told Kansas City police that 39-year-old Timothy Hazlitt had imprisoned her in a basement room in Elixir Springs, a city just northeast of Kansas City, where he whipped and raped her repeatedly. She escaped while Hazlitt was dropping his child off at school, and she sought help from the neighbors, whom she told that her friends did not make it out and were killed by Hazlitt. Mm-hmm. Around the time she went missing, several prominent community leaders raised concerns about the disappearance of multiple black women and girls. Last month, the Kansas City Defender, a nonprofit newsroom, published a video of Bishop Tony Caldwell saying he had received information that the missing women had all been kidnapped from Prospect Avenue in Kansas City. The police dismissed the concerns outright as completely unfounded, saying in a statement, there's no basis to support this rumor. In fact, the survivor, who was referred to as TJ in the court documents, said Hazlitt picked her up on Prospect Avenue in early September. Wow. There's a whole bunch more in here, too. Wow. This is...
Yep.
Neighbors. Wow. Oh, so they heard about this, And now they saying Kansas City police have defended their response. So they know it's real. And they was like, oh wow, they dismissed his rooms because they had not received any form of missing person reports. So, oh snap,
nigga. And so this is the crazy thing too. It's like y'all gotta stop saying, like, I know y'all roll with that old school term, one apple, bad apple spoils the bunch, but that's not true. Like, stop saying, oh, it's all these black women missing, nobody gonna take stuff seriously.
No.
Oh, like you ruined it for everybody.
Phoenix
like,
called her own. St. Louis's own. Phoenix called her own. We still ain't found her. She been missing since before my daughter was born.
Look, and it's also it's like
2011, 2012.
And
let's focus on the people and stop laughing at them. Focus on the people that are really missing. Like that girl been missing since 2011. Remember, her car was caught missing on the east side, running at a stop sign with the door open, and we ain't seen her since 2011, 2012, and we in 2023.
Yep. And what's crazy is
they had a whole documentary series on her, 3-episode thing. Though, still ain't found her.
And shit, after watching, they cloned Tyrone.
Shut up! Stop it.
No, because I always felt, I was like, man, it's like some weird, like the way that I felt like us could be a real thing, and like there's this underground like facility, because like you saw them down there like torturing people. And you remember like all the missing people posters, like when they was in the convenience store.
Yep.
And they was down there. Listen, it's some games I just don't play. Like, I don't play these black games. Like, I don't play when it comes to us at all. And it's just so messed up. And it's just fucked up. And if it wasn't for like everybody need a Jamie Foxx, like or in like Homegirl's character Yo-Yo. Like that's like like we know what the fuck we.
Tiana Paris.
Yeah, Tiana Paris is really good. But it's just, it's just sad, and I just wish, and now we got the black chick that's thoughts, try to play like she won the $1 billion
Hold on, explain that to me. I saw it. And I didn't know what was going on.
Nigga, this girl lied and said that she won. She had that ticket.
Right, and then like when the clerks or something,
cameras and stuff, and that's why she ended up running away.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know, like,
that is so dumb. That can get you killed. If they sitting in the store like, oh my god!
I mean, she was like this, like trying to cover up enough. But see, if I won the lottery, I would be like the person that would show up in the mask. I'm like,
you talk to your legal counsel first. Even somebody dumb, even the most uneducated person ain't gonna claim it in the store.
I'm just like, it's just been an interesting week for us blacks, okay?
Yeah.
And then like the fact that her boyfriend is now like an ex-boyfriend, I really want to know.
Supposedly he claiming he got back with her. He telling everybody it's her birthday. Don't be. You talking about Carlee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They basically saying like, oh, or maybe I just saw the Shade Room article. That's how I found out her birthday was this past weekend. And he's like, yo, give her, they said what they call square off of them. I forgot what what the young cats say. Square off of them. D. Can't remember the term, but like leave her be.
Oh, leave her alone.
Yeah, leave her alone.
I mean, she knew this was gonna come with the territory, but also it's like, my question is, it's like, okay, when is Oprah calling or Good Morning America? Because why? Like, there has to be like, what's
Oprah ain't dealing with us no more. Not us. I'm talking about she ain't dealing with foolishness no more. She just cool. She ain't doing nothing. She ain't getting out of her bed unless she need to.
Like, but why? Like, now you lost your job. Whatever, you can go get another job. But Why?
Another great Aquarius of Oprah Winfrey. We keep going.
But why? Like, okay, so why? What was this an experiment for you to see the sense of urgency when it comes to like black bodies or whatever? Like, even if she said no, I would spin that shit and I would say that, but like ultimately, like I would want to know, like, okay, so why, Carlee? Why did you, feel the need to? And like I said, I would play the DMT. Because DMT
Hold on, so you
releases.
saying Carlee could be Tyrone or Fontaine from They Clone Tyrone?
Yeah.
She could have literally flipped that if she'd have waited a little bit and watched the movie. She could have maybe thought of that.
She should have never her Tony shouldn't have said shit.
No, she should have never went home.
I would have said she should have stayed away from home a little longer.
Oh,
and like
yeah.
I said, I would have played, like I said, the mushroom DNT.
She needed to get on that bus that she was looking at to go to Nashville.
Yep. that is a clone. They clone Tyrone reference.
Because she would have stayed gone for the searches jammed her up too. But I'm saying if she wouldn't have did any of those searches, or do the searches from somebody else's phone, or somebody else's device, or why would you even do those searches? Period. Just get gone, and she could have left for 2 months and then been straight, and nobody would have questioned her.
Yeah.
Nobody. If she stayed gone for 2 months, you wouldn't have questioned her.
Yeah, it would have been
back in 5 days.
She did not think it through. Like I would have had. It would have been no way. Like but see, this is what I'm talking about. Cancers and they bullshit. Oh, wait, no, what's today?
I mean, you want me to give you the hood scuttlebutt? They say,
hey, yo, low key, if her birthday, what's today? Tuesday? Today's Tuesday, okay. It feels like a Wednesday. It sounds like a Wednesday. It feels like a Wednesday to me. If her birthday, shit, she might be a Leo.
That's what I'm saying. I think she's a Leo. I thought about that.
The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Voiced Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
She's actually a Leo because that's attention.
She on the cusp of bullshit.
But I'm saying, but it's attention horn. And we know them Leos love a little drama and attention horn. Like, oh my God, it's me. It's me. You
dog,
did it.
Dog, when I tell you, y'all, the dramatics from me comes from my Leo moon and rising. Yo, I be having to get my dad is a Leo. I'll be on my dad's ass since we started talking. I said, and I'd be like, you just so extra. Like, you don't even listen. I was like, what's with all the dramatics? And I'll be calling he gets so irritated and he get off the phone with me because I'll be like, ain't nobody got time for this bullshit. And he just gets so mad. I'm like, I was like, well, I said, why you on the phone? He was talking shit about my uncle. And I was like, well, I mean, here's the thing. My problem ain't with my Uncle Wayne or Uncle Craig. They've been consistent. I know what to expect. That's on y'all. So it sounds like to me, y'all the retarded ones, y'all the crazy ones, because y'all keep going back for more. You know how they gonna act. You know how they showing up. You know how they showing up. They gonna show up when they want to show up and how they want to do it, whenever they feel like it. So stop fucking asking them. And now you give me, and then they get real mad at my Uncle Craig don't show up at all. And I was like, hey, he been doing the same thing since I was born. I don't expect nothing more, nothing less. Now I will say that I am my uncle's. I feel like I'm my Uncle Craig's favorite niece. So I have special privileges. So when I'm in need, if something happened, and especially if it's a car thing, I call my Uncle Craig. Even from LA. But like when I ain't have a car, my uncle gave me one of his cars. So like we cool. But I know it's when it's come to certain things, I know not to who to ask. My Uncle Craig.
So man, we do have to come in and give you some flowers. That
what I do
with your when we the last episode when we talked about Essence, and you were saying like you broke down how Essence has been changing, and Arie is finally responds back to the backlash from her original comments previously. You asked why did it take her so long. I responded to you in our pre-show, she's old. And she didn't know that that all this was going on. And she finally responded. I'm gonna put this in right here.
Hey y'all. There's a saying, the lie makes it around the world before the truth gets out of bed. Social media blending with the news has created this thing where they make stories just to get clicks. So they made it look like my story was, I have harsh words for Janelle Monáe and Meg Thee Stallion, and I do not. If I were addressing Janelle Monáe and Meg Thee Stallion, that would have been clear. The concept that anytime a woman says anything, even in the vicinity of another woman, she's being catty and she's fighting. And so now we got this headline about what I supposedly did. Who I was addressing were the people in the comments, explaining to them that the video in question, not Meg Thee Stallion, not Janelle, but the video in question was out of context for the Essence Festival. Essence is a 53-year-old institution that was always about wholesome Black entertainment. The brand shifted right under people's feet. That's what I meant when I said context. What I did was jump into the comments section, and in fact, in defense of someone who was in the comments section trying to explain her trust of Essence brand being broken, I commented about the context. That's what I did. We all know everybody twerks. Everybody knows who Meg Thee Stallion is. She's one of the biggest stars in the world, and so is Janelle. Everybody knows what they're about and what they do. We weren't saying that they shouldn't do what they do. We were saying context, which is what my message said. The part that really is important that people should know is that the Essence Festival was purchased. And so the new owners are trying to take it in a different direction, and they are. And the rub is that people weren't told that. So now everybody's buying their tickets to go enjoy their weekend down in New Orleans in July like they've been doing for the last 20, 25 years. And this moment happens on stage. Context, the context is weird. The context is making people uncomfortable. I have a lot more to say about people talking about policing women's bodies and respectability politics. I have a lot to say about both of those things. And while I feel that I'm a person who has earned the benefit of the doubt, and if you see me make a comment, you can read it with the tone of love, what I am realizing is that sometimes it's just the weather outside. That's what social media is. It's the tone in the air. It captures the tone in the air. So since everybody's arguing, you imagine that I'm arguing too. And so since everybody's trying to police Black women's bodies, you imagine that's what I'm about too. And so because everybody is trying to put people in these boxes, you imagine that's what I'm about too. That's not what I'm about. I've always told you what I'm about. For the last 20 plus years, my whole adult life, I've been nothing but uplifting and deeply caring and deeply loving and speaking highly of us as Black people always. I released the song Brown Skin, 18 years before Brown Skin Girl? I've been about this. I'm still about this. I love us. I have my opinions about things that may differ from other people, but I don't be out here arguing with people. I speak my mind, I share my ideas, but I've always done that. And I'm always going to. So anybody who thinks that I don't even have the right to speak, we disagree off the top right there. So I'm always gonna speak my mind. Always have, I always will. Now what these blogs are saying I did, I can't stop them, which is so annoying that people be out here lying like they do and using other people's energy to create stuff for themselves. And while I cannot stop you from doing it, I'm making this video just to clear up one piece of this.
But yeah, you were right. You're right.
I told y'all. I mean, but we talked about Essence as being sold off.
And then there's sale, and like she brought that up, and like
yeah,
how it changed up in like, you know, all these older people getting there. Like I'm thinking I'm seeing Frankie Beverly Mays in LSG, and we, you know, Megan Thee Stallion out.
I feel like, so we were having this conversation the other day as well, and so a lot of people said what you said, like based on the history, I was expecting XYZ, and
that's a hell of a turn you're going to have to take though, because those people ain't got money for 3 days like you think they do. Those old cats to save their money up all year to go to Essence.
Yeah, because that's
Frankie Beverly Mays, the Isley Brothers, Michelle Farrell, and even younger cats, New Edition, whoever. They didn't say their money. They out there to kick it.
Yeah. So ultimately, like I said, it definitely was them trying to create a new wave, usher in a new wave, right? And I felt like it should have been a gradual process, as opposed to so quickly, right? Because like you said, there's so many other artists, like Missy Elliott makes sense. Coco Jones makes sense. You know, when it was Jasmine Sullivan, like Monica, you know, even though Jagged Edge sounded very jagged, it made sense. Because that boy Brian's mic was very hot.
I'm saying I think they could have got away with the Janelle Monáe stuff. Period.
Yeah.
I think the Megan Thee Stallion stuff is what really was like,
yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think absolutely it was unexpected, but like I told you when I tuned in.
You know what this is? It's like the Tom Joyner cruise trying to get young people to go. And the Tom
Joyner cruise I'm gonna tell you this right now.
No, I'm going. But I'm in the age range now. I know I respect the age. The Essence Fest is 35 and up. If you
so yeah, that's cool. And I want to go. I would love for them to like. We talked about the money thing. I know they don't be really paying their people like that, but if they had like I would love to like submit our show to like. Oh, we would have so much fun. But even on Tom Joyner Cruise, because I tweeted, I was like, hey, you know, a lot of y'all daddies out here fine. And a lot of y'all daddies got pension plans and they like to pay bills. And they can pour some sugar on.
Just to see a young woman happy.
Listen, I might have to hop down on a Tom Joyner cruise real quick just to see. If you go, if you go, I'ma go.
I'm going. I think I might go next year to the Tom Joyner. I think I'm gonna kick it at the top.
I think I might have to go. Like I would love to go.
And I ain't never been on a cruise before, and I said I'd never go on one. But the Tom Joyner cruise feel like it would be a good time.
I've been on a cruise. I've been on one cruise. It was not a great boat. And this was when I was in college with my college boyfriend. And it was something that he signed up for. And it was like, the overall experience, we did have fun. Like, just to be honest. But I was just like, even then, I knew I was destined for yachts and helicopter. I was like, this is so basic. I'll never do this again.
Yo, and you think about the Tom Joyner, I mean, actually, I'm not even the Tom Joyner cruise. We need the Sinbad Aruba thing to come back. That's
Okay.
come back.
So here's the thing. I that's so funny you talked about Sim. I wonder, I got a homeboy that would do that show. My homeboy Chase. And so he was on the show Bigger. He was like some show on like MTV.
Oh, yeah.
Chase Anthony, right? And like Sinbad was like a mentor to him all this stuff. And ever since nobody has said anything like about like how he's doing, because it's been years removed from since he had the stroke. So I'm like, what's going on with our uncle? And I was thinking about, I was like, the other day I literally said, I hope Sinbad is somewhere doing really well. Like, I hope he's okay.
I need Sinbad to come back and bring back the Aruba joint.
I would go to that. Well, you know what they do something, and
somebody told me that he sold the rights to it, and they still do it though.
I think they do because Chase performed on it this year in Aruba because him and my other homeboy went.
See, I need to.
And so then Tahir was booked for something, so they all ended up in Aruba at the same time. And so I was like, "Oh, you bitches, I'm jealous."
Hold on, let me see. Chase Anthony.
Yeah, I'm like, that would be hella fun. Like,
so
y'all have to make sure y'all.
So Chase Anthony's a stand-up. He's a stand-up.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he was a stand-up. Oh, I see now. I'm looking at. I see some of his videos. I didn't know he was. I thought he was just the actor.
Yeah, he does stand up too. But ultimately, y'all need to. This is what we're talking about. This is community. We talk about building communities. Mm-hmm. Share us with y'all community, because the more engagement that we get, the more exposure we get, the more the brand endorsements, all of that stuff we get, and we get on people's radar. We have an amazing show. Every time we record and it's over, I walk away and I feel so full. We both feel full. I'm like, yo, we got something. Like, we are fucking hilarious. And it's just life from.
It's just, and you know, it is.
It's coming. It's coming.
I ain't even worried about that. Y'all just got to worry about what me, you know what I'm saying, getting a cocaine habit and like letting things go bad.
Listen, hey, say no to drugs, okay? Wait.
Right. Hey, I end up at a Hollywood party like, y'all want to go to the bathroom?
Right.
So anybody want to go to the bathroom? Anybody?
Yo, like, it's so crazy because somebody gonna take that clip and say this bitch.
Anybody want to go to the bathroom? You?
Man, I can't. I know, mama. Like, but you know, okay, so here's the reason why I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Because there's a tweet floating around where people are saying, y'all act like cocaine is that bad. Like, it's a tweet floating around. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm an Aquarius, and I have an addictive personality.
Yes, if I get on, man,
listen,
it'll end my life.
And I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I ever really been. No, it's some girls one time at a club asked me if I had coke, and I didn't. And I was like, bitch, I'm black. Like, I don't even know where the fuck you get that from out here.
I had a girl before, once when I was in New York, rub it up on me like, I know you got it. What? I'm so square. Yeah, I got it. I just said I got it because I'm thinking that she trying to holler at your boy. Hold on, this is funny now. Now we're going to talk about cocaine stories. So the girl throwing up on me, like, she was like, I know you got it. I'm like, oh, I got what you need. She was like, let's go then to the bathroom. I'm like, oh snap. I was like, this is like a movie, yo. I was like, yo, this is like a movie. This is crazy. This is gonna be like a movie. Yo, I get in there. I'm like, all right, so how, I don't know what's the protocol. Like, I'm so lame. I'm like, so what's the protocol with like this bathroom sex thing or whatever? You know, like, how do we do this? Do you go lock the thing? No, she's like, yeah, no, we just lock the thing, no, whatever. So I'm in there. I'm trying to lean up her. She's like, no, what? She trying to push me. And I'm like, hey, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, no means no. I thought, I thought I had it. She was like, no, pull it out. I was like, I'm trying to. But I need to know what's going on.
Wow.
This is a true story. So
look at your uncle.
So I'm like, you got to pull it out. She was like, you got to pull it out. I was like, I am trying to. And she was like, no. Come on, you said you got it. I was like, I know, I got it. And she was like, no, I mean, you said you had. I was like, I have it right here. And she was like, so she grabs me down there or whatever. And she was like, you ain't even got it. I was like, ma'am, I got it. And she was like, pull it out, for we can snort it. And I was like, oh man. So then the Aquarius in me was like, oh snap, you know what? It's with my boy. So because I didn't want to look dumb like that. I did not know what she was talking about. So I played dumb. And I go, oh, you know what? Let me go to my boy got it outside. Let me go holler at him and everything. And I just kind of dipped out and then stayed up in the little VIP area the rest of the night.
Yeah. Yo, like I dead ass, like, you know, like the shit with food traumatized me. Mm-hmm. You know, like, so I'm really traumatized, and I know they have strips and all these things that you could test to make sure your stuff is pure. Like, I had homegirls that would like do that shit, you know, like, you know, and I would be like, I ain't fucking with it. I'm not.
Yeah.
And there was one time, I will say this, it was one time that I felt like my cousin's homegirl like laced our joint with that shit.
You think so?
Nigga, I know she put something extra in there because I was fine. I think I had like a drink, and this was like, y'all, we used to have this club called Supper Club out here. Yo, that shit would go.
It's a classic joint though, right? That's a classic LA club, right?
It was. Supper Club just randomly shut down all like, and this is way before pandemic.
Okay.
But by that time, I really kind of slowed down on going out anyway. Like the weekdays is when it really go up out here for real, right?
Just like New York. New York,
you know,
and the weekend is for the tourists.
We was at Supper Club, and it's crazy because I had like a 6 a.m. flight, and this was my first time. Like my coworkers had told me about Spirit for the first time. And they was like, oh, it's like it'll be a cheap flight. Like, just don't.
Spirit Airlines.
Yeah, don't check a bag. Like, just take, you know, a backpack, put your clothes in a backpack, because they don't make you pay. I was like, okay. And Spirit, you know, they don't rebook people if you missed your flight or whatever. Like, I don't know what the
they might even cancel your flight.
Yeah, I don't know what the protocol is now, but y'all, I remember. I blacked out. I don't remember how I got home because I had stayed at my homegirl's house for summer. Why was I at down in Tamara's house? Like, we ain't homegirls no more, but whatever it was, I was over there and woke up that morning. And I didn't have like a hangover or anything. I was just like, what the fuck happened last night? And I never asked my cousin out. Like, and I should ask her. She's also an Aquarius. I was like, yo, did I do anything American? I don't remember how I got home. Like, how y'all
didn't make that flight then?
I didn't make that flight. So luckily, my friends at the time were also going to Vegas because it was like fight weekend, and so we got a rental, and I rode with them.
Oh, you was going to Vegas? Okay.
Yeah, I was going to Vegas. So, and they were going, so it worked out
because I had a round trip ticket. So, did you just stay riding the whole just roll back?
I don't remember. Now that I think about it, I don't know if I had a round trip ticket or not.
Or was you supposed to just get there and then you was gonna ride back with somebody? Probably.
Maybe I asked him that. That's the only thing that made sense, but I don't know. It was so long ago, but I just remember having, like, I woke up and I was like, oh my God. And it was like, my flight was like at 6. It was like 8 o'clock. And I was like, so I missed my flight.
Dang. Why do you think it was laced though?
Because I remember her wiping something white off of her like skirt. She had on a black skirt, and it wasn't like, it didn't look like the weed residue. Like it was like, and I was like, what the fuck was it like?
is the old back in the day they called those woo bangers.
Oh
Woo
my
bangers,
gosh.
cocaine, and a little bit of your weed. Man, but somebody else, as we keep it rolling, we get off cocaine. Jess Hilarious and trans women. I'm out. I'm finna fix me another drink. I'm gonna let you talk here, and I will be back in a second. I'm out, y'all. I'll be right back. This is not my thing. I have a small opinion I'll have, but that's it.
This is what I mean when the transphobia just comes out, the audacity and just the arrogance for cis women to believe that they own periods, that they own womanhood. You don't. Okay, you don't own periods, you don't own womanhood. You experience both, and both are different for every person, but as a cis woman, it doesn't belong to you.
Who the fuck is gonna stand up for us? Who the fuck stands up for us? And us, I mean women, real women, biological women, women who were born with all the parts that you guys wish that you were. When does the delusion stop? What is the difference between you and someone who has been diagnosed to be mentally insane? What's the only difference is you don't have a straitjacket on. Stop talking out your fucking ass. Wake up. How are you projecting your anger on real women? Because we are the gatekeepers. We are the gatekeepers for periods. We the only one that fucking bleed, honey. We the only ones that can give birth. We make y'all people. We make y'all. Y'all come from us. You can't be us. You will never. You're chasing something you'll never, ever get. You'll never be that.
Okay. What? See, this be the bullshit I be talking about. He gonna walk away when I hear you. Okay, so listen. Do I feel like there is a war on the female body? Yes. And I've always felt like that. Even as a child, I wouldn't say I'm a feminist or anything like that, but am I a Barbie-ist? Absolutely. And Barbie taught me to be an independent woman. And I think that I remember that there was this huge article about this external womb. And so while people thought that it was an advance in science because they're like, oh, women that have issues with fertility and this is an alternative, I didn't feel like that. And I don't know why a lot of people hate women. I'm going to say that because there's a lot of people that hate women.
And true indeed, as they say.
But it's a thing, right? And so when we have this conversation about biological women and what we mean by that, women that are born with the uterus or whatever, right? It's a tough conversation, do I love the fact that I have a period every month? Do I like the idea that I can menstruate? Like I have a friend, I was telling D offline that as they transition, I was like, nigga, you sure you want to do this? It's hot down there. Now, no, granted, this person won't be able to menstruate or experience any of the things that we go through as women, right? I am a lover. And my God is love. And so I just try to lead with love when it comes to a lot of stuff. But I understand, some of the conversations that happen, on both sides. I can see, I feel like there could be a healthy dialogue that can happen. But I think with that would never exist because social media has allowed people the space to voice their opinions and do it in a very ignorant way. So Jess Hilarious is one of those people. You know, and then you go into Angelica Ross's DMs and you acting a fucking fool.
Hold
So
on, I don't know about I don't. What is that?
oh, I believe please correct me if I'm wrong. I believe in like somebody sent, hold on. Because I follow Angelica Ross. And anybody, Angelica Ross is from Pose, y'all.
Oh, oh, okay. I'm thinking about the one girl that blew up that was in she was in the joint the one with the Bonnie and Clyde Black movie that came out. That's not her. Is that her or is that not her? Because she played
Bonnie and Clyde
with in the movie with Bokeem Woodbine as one of his girls.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And what is it? Slimming, what is it? Slimming, what is the movie? Slimming, whatever it is, where they killed the cop or whatever and they go on the run.
No, that's not her.
Okay.
That's Joshua Jackson wife. Oh, fuck, what's her name?
I'm talking about the trans woman that's in there.
Oh, actually, you are correct. Yeah.
That is the same woman you're talking about right there. Yes. Okay, yeah, okay.
So right. She sent a message. She got a message to Angelica Ross and said, still couldn't produce if you tried, homie Andrew.
Hold on. Jess Hilarious said that?
A new way to bleed, huh? A lot of y'all got more fucking stooping by the days. The gag is we got it, and you're never gonna get it, never gonna get it. And then she sent a gif of Jasmina, who was also on Married at First Sight. Her facial expressions.
Hold on. So what was the impetus for her to send that to this woman?
Because the conversation, you know, she hopped in the conversation about trans women.
Right. But versus
like,
they end up DMing. Oh, who DM'd who to start the?
That's Hilarious. Sent that to Angelica Ross
off the strength, just like as a preemptive missile.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they just been going back and forth about it, and it's just really sad. So it's like,
what? Let's talk about the original comments. How do you feel?
I don't know.
I'm not supposed to be here. Honestly, I should go fix me another drink, even though I have one. I shouldn't even.
Yeah, don't. It's because the dialogue is this. It's like,
I will say this before you continue. I feel that it was unproductive what the original woman, I forgot her name, that put out that video. I don't know the whole context of what was said and how it was said, but I felt from that moment of that was very unproductive for her to even say that or even try to make that a conversation. It was unproductive. It wasn't going to do nothing good at all. On the other side, Jess Hilarious didn't have to even respond to that. Like, it could have been just some random TikToker that had been out in the wind. And her retort wasn't like a thing of like really addressing it. It was more of her personal agenda, I felt like, in it.
So I think that's the issue.
That makes sense. But like, and it felt like vitriolic, not like more of like having a conversation with you, more of like,
and so which is interesting because within that, like I told you,
the old Dom, the old Daryl from the old blog would have not have said that. I've been through therapy. I've been growing as a person. For me to make that statement earlier about the Jess Hilarious thing, I want to give myself a pat on the back for that.
I'm gonna say this: the interesting thing about the Jess Hilarious thing is because Jess Hilarious always ends up in like the weirdest situations, and it's crazy because here's the thing. Jess Hilarious is really good on the Breakfast Club. We know it's a pop culture show. She blends in really well. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But we don't have any type of, this is the difference between us journalists, you know, and bloggers and people that say things for clickbait, because you know that there's a way to lead the conversation. Like you said, she had the opportunity to start a conversation and she didn't take it. It felt very, like you said, it felt like very personal, like she had an agenda. when I think we have to remember as a Black people how to move as a collective in a community, because we have Black women that are killed at alarming rates. We have Black men that are killed at alarming rates. We have trans people that are killed at alarming rates. Just for fucking you had a Black woman killed a couple weeks ago because some white man thought that she was trans and she was a woman. So we had baby. So it's funny that Jess Hilarious is capping and caping and saying all these things when, and fuck him, he's weird to me. Academics is weird, but you have people like Academics was like, oh, this shit is wild. I thought that bitch was trans the whole time. But you do a lot of stuff to keep certain things going in our community. You know, you promote a lot of toxic masculine things. A lot of times your viewpoint, you stand in line with like abusers and had their backs and you cape for them. So this is a conversation because of your track record that you shouldn't want to have. Or this could have been an opportunity where she could have, really spun the conversation and really engaged. Because like I told you, I was like, well, I have a friend that is, that transition. And like I said what I said about the body parts, but this person is a dear friend of mine. And there are questions that we have, because for me, I knew people was gay when I was a kid. You know what I mean? It wasn't a conversation that my parents had. Like, there are different, there are people that exist in the world like that ain't like you, and I'm not gonna say, I don't mean to say like not like you, but hey, they like women or they like me. It was never a conversation. I just knew that gay people existed, and that was it. But the conversation is like, people believe that, oh, people cannot be born gay. No, some of y'all kids be gay when they, So it's like a matter of, is it biology? Because there are also gay animals that they have in the wild.
Or could it be nurture? Some of it could be nurture.
Or could have something traumatic could have happened.
And both could be right.
And exactly. So we talk about nature versus nurture. What has happened? Has something traumatic happened to somebody? So I will be, but that's the thing. It's like, also, here's the strange thing. I really don't give a fuck. I don't care, because and what I mean by I don't care, and I want the viewers to understand what I'm saying. I don't care because I have tons of friends that are on that. Somebody's on the alphabet somewhere. And that doesn't bother me. I ain't never stopped to say, you going to hell. I ain't never said, well, what makes you want to, well, what happened to you? Because I don't care, because I legitimately like them as a human being, as a person. I don't care what you identify as. I don't understand how we got to this point where it's like, oh, that person's gay, that person's trans, I can't fuck with them, or no, what's really going on with you? Because it sounds like to me you're trying to suppress something. And a lot of people that do that shit, they start projecting. So I don't understand if it's a gay agenda. No, it's an agenda about people being fit, wanting to be seen, just like how we want to be seen, how we want to be able to thrive and go through life and live our life. Like we always say, Black people Black men deserve to grow old. Black people deserve to grow old.
Yeah.
But because people's minds can't process that. And see, here's the thing, that you motherfuckers that hate the Barbie movie.
Oh, we going here. All right.
This don't have nothing to do with feminism. It has everything to do with individualism and being able to be yourself and show up as your true self. But you too busy. Oh, they talking about the patriarchy and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's full of shit. You see how Ken took that bullshit back to Barbie world and fucked it up when they had a happy life.
Shout out to Ryan Gosling, making sure he's trying to make sure his stuff was popping.
I'm just Ken. No. People don't, and this is why people hate Aquariuses. Because y'all can't put us in a box. People are so quick to want to, box people in, and you fit here, you fit here. Oh, you weird because I can't put you nowhere. No, stop that shit. Let people exist. Just let people be. And that's really the lesson in all of this.
Yeah.
We don't know what happens in the next life, what that looks like. It'd be cool if it was like, motherfucking what's the one with Robin Williams, when it was like if it's not If These Walls Could Talk, it was What Dreams May Come.
Oh yeah.
If it was something like that, and when you die, you got to create this perfect world of something that you loved or whatever. That nigga went to hell to get his wife, but that's another conversation for another day.
Well, no, I mean, only thing is, I just don't like this whole conversation, to be honest with you, Dom.
You started it.
I know. No. I'm talking about the idea that this even happened. Like, it's like I'm mad at both people. The trans sister that was that had the original comments. Like, why?
Can y'all just get along?
Yeah. Why would you even? That's like a weird. Because
it's
weird.
Because clickbait. You already know what it is. Like,
that's some weirdo shit, Dom.
It is, but it's like that be the thing. It's like, okay, this is why it's important, one, to take social media breaks, but understand that in the ins and outs of it, my people. Because it's all a game. It's like motherfucking they clone Tyrone. It is a cycle that they want us to repeat. You gotta get off. What's the thing that the little gerbils be on? The wheel. You gotta get off at some time. And like they said, we work better collectively together than we do divided. So at some point, it's like, when are we all gonna be able to hold hands with each other? Like, look, like y'all have to watch. They clone Tyrone can fall in line with this, and y'all have to watch it.
Yeah, man, it's just bad. But somebody that's funny that was in a I don't even know how this situation is, and I'm not even laughing about the idea that it was a gay situation. Is Dwight Howard with this guy that is having a lawsuit against him for allegedly putting him into a threesome with a woman that is a man, but then also
I'm Doja, they sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, girl.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to everybody coming to watch though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
having oral sex with him as well. It's some weird stuff.
You got to say that one more time because that didn't make sense.
Okay, I was trying to, we growing as a person. So Dwight Howard, there's a lawsuit that a man claims. Dwight Howard, yes, Dwight Howard met another guy. Don't know how they met each other. They became cool. Mm-hmm. He makes him go have he was like, "Yo, you want to have a threesome?" With two
okay. So he invited him to a threesome with his girlfriend.
No, but the girl ended up being a guy.
So the girl is trans, or a drag queen.
Trans, okay. Yes, trans. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I thought that was that was actually like a heterosexual woman. I thought that was like a woman.
No.
Oh, plot twist.
Yeah, it was a trans or a or a woman or a man that was dressed as a woman. I don't know. Whatever is in between there. And then something didn't happen, and then supposedly Dwight Howard performs fellatio on this individual as well, and he feels like he's pressured to do all of this. Now, I'm gonna look you directly in the camera. You are a grown-ass man, sir. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do.
Well, that's what okay.
How did you? And then he's showing alleged text messages that he sent from him. But why? You are a grown man. Why? And how's Dwight Howard running you like this?
Listen, okay.
And I'm not saying Dwight Howard had nothing to do with it. I'm just saying the idea that you just like, I just was just in a whole situation. I'm straight, and I was here for it.
You know, I think that
or he really is maybe he is bisexual or something, and he got jammed up.
See, this is what happened.
And maybe that's something else too, though. I don't know. Allegedly.
Well, we've been hearing stories about Dwight Howard for years out here.
Maybe.
So,
maybe. I haven't heard any of those stories for the record.
Sometimes I feel like we said about, oh, sorry, baby, the Trey Songz thing, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been hearing about it for a while. And I'm like, again, I don't want to put sexuality, somebody, it's water over there.
No, this is funny that we're not even talking about the idea of someone actually being one of the man. I'm talking about the idea that you're having a lawsuit against another man for forcing you allegedly to come to this hotel and do all this, forcing you.
Well, I mean, it's kind of the same thing when it comes to the Trey situation. These women are saying,
you're a grown ass man, Dom. I'm a nope.
But it's the same thing.
And this not even your
same thing.
Dom, this ain't your friend. What man just meets another man and be like, yo, we just homies. I'm gonna go do a trizzy with you off the strength.
I feel like there was some sort of agreement that
no.
No.
Look, I'm gonna be unrefined right now. Hell no.
No, because
I don't have no new male friends like that.
Maybe the guy, but like I said, same thing. Like I said, the women got the right to do. He got the right to change his mind. So when he got there, he was like, "Ooh, I ain't really trying to fuck with this like this for real." So, nah. And then it could have gotten aggressive from that point. But I'm telling you, like, nah. I'm telling you, I don't like that. The people got the right to change their minds. Gay, straight, however you identify, you have the right to change your mind and have autonomy over your body, right? So maybe
I'm gonna read the copy. Listen to this. All right. These two men, a man named Stephen Harper, has filed a lawsuit against the player for assault, battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and false imprisonment.
That sound like Trey Songz.
I'm a grown ass man.
Nope. We not doing this. Nope.
Look, 2 men. No.
What's the guy's name?
Stephen. Stephen with an E. Stephen Harper.
Okay, so Mr. Harper. You do you not like Dwight Howard is a big boy?
Yeah, he's 7 foot.
Yeah, that's a big boy. And so think about it, like if that guy is like maybe 5'11", 6 feet, right? That's still a huge difference, right?
No, let me finish reading the article for you.
I read it. Sorry. I'm sorry.
The 2 men met on Instagram when Harper initiated a message exchange with Howard from his secondary account. Ryan Newman from Radar Online reports the conversation led to Harper sending sexual photos and videos to Howard. All right. From May of 2021 through July 2021, Mr. Harper and Howard continued to exchange text messages, several of which included sexually explicit content. Now, I want you to know I'm not like that gay or anything. I'm just a little nasty sometimes, Howard allegedly wrote to Harper. Hey, why do when people set up it's like a super villain? Now I want you to know I ain't a little gay or nothing.
But niggas be
I'm just a little nasty. But no, but like it sounds like a super villain, but I'm a little nasty sometimes.
Right.
Like,
it doesn't look like I'm a little nasty or freaky.
I'm a little nasty sometimes.
Well, here's the thing.
Hold on, let me finish this. On July 19th that year, Howard invited Harper to his home. While Harper was driving, Howard asked if he wanted a threesome, saying that might be either a man or a woman. Harper refused. Ultimately, a man dressed as a woman and named Kitty arrived. At one moment, the lawsuit says Howard began stroking Harper's penis through underwear and continued despite Harper's denial. And that is the article. It's somewhere in there, this quotes. But
I would say this. It sounds like homeboy went there and changed his mind.
no, he said that they already was sending pictures of each other. He was
They
sending
was they was saying, yeah.
you know what? I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that because mine is very, very salacious. Is my original thought.
I'm gonna just say,
I'm not gonna do it.
don't do it.
Nope.
I'm gonna just say this.
I'm gonna put it in the chat for you. Hold on.
No, don't say it.
But they won't see it. They won't see it.
I know, but I was just telling you, don't say it, don't think it, don't. You already
don't even do it. Don't even.
Okay, fine. Just tell me now. I want to know. Fuck.
Maybe he thought it was one-on-one situation. And you brought somebody else? I thought me and you was kicking it.
I can see that. And so then what did he do? Changed his mind.
Yeah.
Like I look at me, growth. Because old me would have been like, I would have left or whatever. But then I'm like, me growing, looking at the bigger picture. We got the right to change our mind. And that's what happened. And so Dwight,
it said the lawsuit continues to allege that Howard forced his penis into Harper's mouth while performing a sexual act with Kitty.
You know, man, be freaky.
I get Dom. I know we trying to be very, very, very cool.
Listen, they not canceling us. They not. Listen, let's look. Next subject.
I
don't know. Like, what more do you want from me?
Yeah.
Friend. Like, I don't. Okay, so look it. I don't know. Like, I just feel like
this is all a lie. It's all a lie.
You think the guy made it up?
Yes. At least this story. I don't know about anything else, but this story is ridiculously ridiculous.
I'm inclined to believe victims until otherwise, but Carlee has proven wrong.
You don't have to know when he texted me saying that. No. He said he pre-texted him while he was in the car. It said, "Hey, do you want another dude or another woman? If you are straight, I am turning around as soon as the idea that you asked me which one, because I already know that there's some chicanery going on."
I don't know. We're gonna see what happens.
At least for my taste.
He gonna give him some money. So this unless I can prove otherwise, but this shit like this always they settled out of people. They always end up settling out of court, like, or something gets thrown out, like they do something. So like that's why I was like, we'll see what happens. I can see him. You like look at the Usher shit, like nigga, and now we forget that shit even happened.
Did any of those girls get a check?
I'm pretty sure they settled because, like, remember it was like one dude. Yeah, I feel like they definitely settled.
Yeah, that one big girl though. That was the one that was real confusing.
Hey, I don't yell people's young.
100%. All right, let's get into the white people section of the show.
All right.
Jason Aldean says, "Not in my small town." Country song. Came out in May. He dropped the music video. Music video is outside of Clarksville, Tennessee. That is also a place where a black man was hung in 1889, I believe, hung and off the courthouse. And the whole song in the music video is basically people going after them saying, like, we ain't gonna let nothing happen in these larger towns happen in this small town. Now,
but that nigga not from a small town.
Yeah, he's from like he's not even from Nashville. He's from somewhere random.
It's like the figures are like it's like 6 figures. Like it's like a population of like and it's not small. It's like
People
population.
Macon, Georgia.
Yeah, so that's like a population of like 100 and something to 200 some thousand people.
Yeah, 250,000 is in Macon, Georgia.
Yeah, I'm like, so what? What small town? What? Here's the thing. We can go back to they clone Tyrone.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is leading back there today.
Mm-hmm.
People got to stop playing games with niggas. We might not see it in our lifetime. I would love to see it. But the revolution will be televised. I don't know what that would look like. But people are getting tired. Y'all down here trying to rewrite history to mask the terrible things that y'all have done to Black people.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all are so much better than that, teach the shit and move on. And say, this happened. This is what this was like. Slavery no longer exists. We still have systemic racism. We have regular racism. We got this. We got that. But it's like, if you was not so embarrassed or ashamed, y'all would keep history the same. Y'all are trying to rewrite history in Florida and in a lot of places down south.
It's not just that. It's the use of South is. I think I've been really thinking they use the South as their proxy. All these North motherfuckers been doing the same shit too.
You know who started that shit? You know this go back to white women? No.
Ooh.
The Daughters of the Confederacy. Look it up.
Yeah. Oh, I know about the Daughters of the Confederacy. Yeah. But I'm saying they use the South as a proxy. If people understand, there's a thing called proxy wars where you basically use somebody else to go after a war for something for you can have your hands clean. So, yeah. So I think that's what they do with the South, of making the South feel like, oh, it's just the South, but they can push their agenda to what they want for the rest of the country, but through the South.
Yes. And I'm tired. We're tired. Trying to have conversations with idiots, and they already watered down slavery in the books anyway.
Shout out to Ronnie.
It's very watered down. We know that they were skinning Black people, putting them on furniture, pulling their teeth, making antiques.
George Washington's teeth was some of his teeth were from slaves.
Slaves, yep. He didn't have a mouthful of wood. Using babies as alligator bait. Turning us into minstrel shows. Putting our bodies on display in
Sarah Bartman.
Yep, Sarah Bartman. Louis Vuitton definitely was a part of that exhibit. So it is important that we also know our designer history. I believe Burberry was a part of like the Nazi movement. So people, and you got Black people saying, oh, we should move on. No, we shouldn't. Because those are our...
Why did they never let Jewish people move on from the Holocaust?
Right.
They never let... Jewish people will never be like, we got to move forward from the Holocaust.
And it's weird. It's wild when I said, I've seen people make those statements, and I be like,
oh,
so
you've heard people say Jewish people need to move away from the Holocaust?
They need to let it go.
Yeah, but the Jewish people stay at a standstill of like, we ain't letting it ride. Shout out to my Jewish brothers and sisters.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's a level of they ain't letting that shit ride because they have a sense of community.
But it's also less to them as well.
But it's also it's so many layers to that as well. But it's like, why do we have to move on? Why do we have to get over? It was 500. I know, but it's still happening today. Y'all still use Black bodies as target practice. So if you wasn't racist and you are saying that you are I love everybody type person, like that's why I always tell people, I'm like, like black people can't be racist.
100%. Because racism is.
We can be prejudiced to some people.
We can be bigoted.
Yeah, but I'm like, but us as a whole, it is so much. It's just we just have this. I can't even because I get angry, so I'm trying not to get angry.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the fact that it's so. It's just fucked up, and because of freedom of speech, you have people like this that, oh, that's not what I meant. No, bitch, that you can say that all you want, but the imagery says something else. And see, I'm a person. I don't believe a motherfucker say to me, I see how you fucking act.
And I got the T on Jason Aldean. Let me go to
I know you looked it up, but it's like, you clearly
he did a whole blackface thing as Lil Wayne recently for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
His wife also did a little jigaboo thing as well, though, in 2021, saying, Biden and no one else of anyone from down south, like talking about the Mexicans, are around me as well. And he also is just people don't like him in general in the country community in general. They think he's an asshole. Shout out to Sheryl Crow. That was like, nobody, we don't even like this dude.
But you see how quickly.
Only thing is though, like I've only seen country star women come out to condemn him. None of them dudes. I ain't seen George Strait. I ain't seen Garth Brooks. And these some old dudes. So that's how much old I am. I'm naming old dudes that they might be like the Big Daddy Kanes of country. I just assume they supposed to be involved and stuff. But I didn't see any. I saw like Sheryl Crow and a couple other women country stars condemning him for what that is. But I saw the conservative community wrapping their arms around him. Like, not in my small town. This is amazing.
But see. That be the issue. So like that's why Missouri will never be a blue state. Though it almost went blue. It'd be them small towns, welfare, white people, that don't understand the law, and I mean, and because they have privilege. So do they have to understand the law? It's fucked up as it is.
No, let's talk. Let's do some little history lesson on the small towns. They used to be called sundown towns for us as black people. You had to be in, you only could come in that town at 7 a.m, or you had to be out there before it got dark. If you saw the TV show Lovecraft Country, actually that was in the daytime. That was even crazier. But the idea of that is real for black people, and there are still sundown towns in this country right now as we speak. There's a book called Sundown Towns by James W. Lauren, one of the best books I've ever read. He breaks down all the different sundown towns that are even from the past till presently that happen in this country. So the whole identity is like, not in this small town. Yeah, he can say all that shit about, that's not what I meant. I just meant us taking our country back. He knew what the fuck he was doing.
He knew exactly what it was.
And then doing it in front of that courthouse with someone, and also that courthouse as well, it was Thurgood Marshall almost got lynched in that courthouse as well.
See,
but that's the case in that city, and then like the preliminary things for a case in Tennessee, and they got moved somewhere else. But they were claiming they were going to try to come string up Thurgood Marshall as well in that town, in that same courthouse. So know your history with that shit, though, man. Like, even though it may seem like, I don't see what the big deal of it is. They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
And you know what? He's even worse of a person because he probably don't even believe in it that much, though. He want to get some bread.
And that's what I was gonna say. And that be the fucked up part about a lot of stuff that people do. It's like they pander to those people to make money, and they don't even believe it.
Yep. And even if they pander to liberals and pander to anybody else, like in general, when you deliberately are literally saying like, "Yo, I'm gonna put a little Easter egg in here," like he doing a Marvel movie and shit, like with this courthouse in the background. But he wanted to be enough that like, oh, not small town. And even the lyrics, like, we ain't gonna let it happen here. But
it is this.
Now, Dom, I'm gonna put this on you, Dom, with this What if we said not on our block, and we did the January 6th riots in a video like he did, similar to the YG Nipsey Hussle joint, fuck Donald Trump.
Yeah.
But if we did that, I guarantee. Look, man, that's what rappers. I'm so disappointed, y'all, when it comes to our political issues and things and like that, though, because y'all should be coming after some of these cats, though. I would buy way more of your booty shaking music if you did a couple of tracks.
More than butt streaks.
Yeah. But if you had a joint not on my block and y'all had like the January 6th riots in your video and y'all stand in front of somewhere random, I'm trying to think of somewhere. I was gonna say Little Bighorn. Like you stand in front of Little Bighorn where General Custer got fucked up at. But y'all don't do that shit.
People, y'all don't know what that is. Look up Crazy Horse, okay?
and y'all said, don't know. Not on my block. And you got all the Native Americans with you. Not on my block. Not on my. I don't even know. I ain't even a rapper. I feel like
but you have to think about where hip hop was and where
we got sucker ass niggas, Dom. We got sucker ass niggas in our culture on the
top. Hey. I don't indulge. So like, but there's certain things that I don't really even indulge in because.
And I want to talk about all rap because there's some brothers that's doing some dope positive music, doing all the different things they need to do though. I'm talking about mainstream rap.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Like I know that.
Yeah, I ain't talking about like overall hip hop. But look, Drake too scared and too pussy, and I'm gonna call him a pussy. You too pussy to say something about that, even though you from Canada, whatever. Lil Baby
gonna be rapping like he from the Lou in a second.
Yeah, who said that? That was Sleepy that said that. Sleepy said that in that post. But I'm just saying, all of y'all cats that sit there, I know what J. Cole gonna be on. I know what Kendrick gonna be on. I know all these cats. But yo, I ain't saying you gotta go Jason Aldean, but put a little bar in there. Nas will put a little bar in there, like, yo, not in my block. But y'all don't do that because y'all. The thing is, y'all want that ice water. Ice water is much better, Dom.
I just think that a lot of people, I mean, we be priorities because it's no way George Zimmerman at least ain't been jumped. I ain't saying he gotta die.
And then y'all jump little 6ix9ine.
They
jump 6ix9ine. I know, but ain't nobody saw Zimmerman. Now, 6ix9ine is a little bit more flamboyant, being out in the streets though, putting his location, doing a little bit of extra though. But I'm sure somebody saw
y'all go
Zimmerman
rob and kill Pop Smoke.
Mm-hmm.
You pull up at Roscoe's and shoot that one cat.
You talking about PMD Rock?
Yeah, but Derek Wilson is living his best life.
Shout out to Pacific, Missouri. Allegedly, that's where he is. I'm doxing him.
Yeah, I'm like
So it was an article though from the New York Times, so I ain't doxing him.
Yeah, you ain't doing but it doesn't make sense. So that's what I'm saying. But I don't even want to get angry.
It makes me angry though, but it's funny though at the same time because I know that this dude is doing this country. Jason Aldean is doing this with some paper. I know he is. Yeah. He's like, yo, you know what I'm gonna do? Not in my small town, and I'm gonna get paid.
Weird. It's like just certain shit. Like, see, that'd be the thing. But that's what I'm saying. Like, at some point, it's not funny no more. It's not cool. You trying to make money. Like that shit. I'm telling you, they're gonna wake up one day and it's just not gonna be funny. And it's gonna be some weird, like it's gonna be some they clone Tyrone type shit. And niggas is like, okay, we tired of people. Let's go fuck this shit up.
I mean, that's the French Revolution. That's the English Revolution. That's the even Tiananmen Square. There's so many different revolutions that happen.
Yeah, people get tired.
And that's like Ron DeSantis in Florida with this whole thing of, yo, you know what? By being in slavery, they got skills. You became a blacksmith. But this is the thing, though. With all the skills we got, we was able to monetize it. Were we able to monetize that? We able to monetize being a blacksmith. We have monetized being a carpenter. We have monetized and being able to be a person that was a wheel creator. And not even that. What about Uncle Nearest from Jack Daniels? Took his idea of learning how to make it. We just found out about that 10 years ago.
Yep.
He went ahead and monetized that. So you're talking about, and DeSantis has this whole thing of like, yeah, hey, some black people got skills from it.
And you know what baffles me is the audacity. And I watched the video today. I love Keith Lee.
Eli Whitney too, with the cotton gin, black person help.
Oh yeah. Oh, half the shit. Louis Lattimore is how we have
black inventors, black men and black women inventors on my T-shirt.
This fucking the filament in the fucking ring light we got and all the lights. Louis Lattimore,
super soaker, black man.
Fuck that super circle because a motherfucker at the day party Sunday thought it was cute to put look in there and just slashing shit, and it hit me.
Look! That brother that did that had nothing to do with that. But
okay, but anyway, you know what's
stop. No, he wasted liquor to put it in a super soaker?
Nigga, I was pissed. Because I was
why would you do
that? Listen.
He has no respect for liquor. That's not my type of people.
Listen. But I think a lot of it is to the audacity. And I think there's like in the audacity, the jealousy that happens. Because black people are so resilient. We always bounce back. And I saw a post today, and then we can get up out of here because I got to go see my niece and my nephew. They are here. There's a video where this one guy, I think he's like some sort of fighter, is talking about his interaction with Keith Lee, which is Keith Lee is a notoriously now famous TikToker that does food reviews, black guy based out of Vegas. And ultimately, this guy is spinning this narrative that Keith said that he did not like white people. And that was not the conversation that was had. So this guy went on a podcast, this white guy went on this podcast and said that shit. So now people have been kind of doxing Keith, putting hateful comments. So with that, monetization gets taken away. People not want to work brand deals because they think if you said XYZ. This has been going on for several weeks. And the fact that this man even had to come out and make a video showing the comments that people are saying to him and his family. And like he said, it's taking money out his pocket, which means you taking food off my table. Mm-hmm. All because of a lie. And y'all need to stop doing that shit because at some point it's not gonna be met with somebody being able to pull receipts like Keith was and call the people that had that. And the conversation was old, by the way. It was from a minute ago.
So, but I mean, so this was a private conversation, like one-on-one
private conversation. Awesome.
But how was he able to have the clout to be able to say, like, if I just say something you one-on-one and we just hanging somewhere, how can you prove that enough, or you got enough clout to be able to say that this
because
is real?
He white and he think he got all that.
Thank you. That's exactly what I want you to say. All right.
I already said it, but
yeah,
I said it.
So I wanted to be
explicit doing that because words mean things. Shout out to Crystal, and I always say that. Words mean things. And yes, if we give words power, I get that. But sometimes y'all got to stop lying and you don't catch the fade. And people going to start rolling up on you, like you said. People are going to get tired. Mm-hmm. And he had to call the other people that were in that conversation, tell them that it was being recorded, and say, hey, when we had this conversation with so-and-so, did I ever say this? And it was like, I don't remember much of that, but you... Or hell no, you didn't say that. The fact that a black person has to go through the hoops to defend, themselves. Mm-hmm. Because we know that in a blink of an eye, cancel only goes for black people and people of color for the most part. 100%. I'm gonna say some people of color, 100%. But it be holding steady for black people. Look at Chrisette Michelle. She still ain't bounced back for the bullshit.
Look, and I fucked with Chris Michelle
Hey,
heavy for a minute.
listen, I get it, but when we say that, like, so when white people say
You're
you
the
can't cancel
casualty
them
of
because
this
they're
game.
right, you can't cancel them, but y'all would rather make up lies about somebody to have somebody talking about you. I don't like that. Just you don't like him. That's it. He just weird to me.
He's lame.
He's you know, however you want to say, but to make up a lie like that is very detrimental to somebody's.
So is Keith Lee getting more of his flowers, not flowers, but getting his credibility back from this?
Yeah, I mean, it's just that he put that video out today because he got tired of it. And
what's that dude's name? Though? Let me make sure. What's his name? The white guy name that was
that did the video.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me pull it for you because I have retweeted the video, like the comment, because it's just not cool. It's like,
oh wow, this brother got 1 million followers. Shit.
Yeah, I was like, it's somebody because he's like a fighter.
Oh, shout out to this brother though. He doing his thing. Wow.
Oh no, yeah, Keith Lee is definitely he that nigga.
Is that the right same one person I'm talking about, or am I?
Yeah, you talking about Keith Lee? He got dreads.
Yeah.
That's
the Hooper, right?
So no, he don't. He
food critic. Yeah,
he a food critic. I'm like Hooper, no food critic.
He look like he a Hooper. That's the crazy thing.
That's funny. Damn, where did it go? Hold on, let me type up. Let me do. Keith
Okay,
Lee.
I found it.
Okay.
TikToker Keith Lee responds to racist accusations by UFC star Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
MMA fighter turned famous TikTok food critic Keith Lee is firing back at controversial UFC star Sean Strickland. Last week, Strickland took the story of an encounter with Lee at the gym. According to Strickland, they ain't even cool. This at the gym.
Yeah.
According to Strickland, Lee tried to debate him on racial issues at the gym and said Lee went on to accuse him of being a racist. Oh, wow. This is just a random occurrence. This ain't like my boy or somebody I kick it with.
Yeah. It was a conversation because he confronted him.
Sean Strickland says Keith Lee, Kevin Lee's brother, accused him of being a racist and ended up saying, I don't like white people. Now, that statement may have been said, but you don't get the back part of it. I don't like white people because of this, or I don't like these type of white people. That's a fucking not full statement.
Yep. But that's not even what he said. And that was the most fucked up part about it. And
so hold on. So that's not. Oh wow.
He never said it. He never said it at all.
Wow. Then Sean Strickland said, I made a food critic upset, laughing my ass out. Bro, you eat Cheetos for a living. Relax. I'm married to a beautiful black woman. Quote unquote, yes. And right before that said, nah, I don't like white people. Again, it doesn't effing matter. Laughing my ass off. Keep eating your sushi. I don't understand what is going on with this.
It's a video clip, so I'll find the video clip and send it to you so you can see what he said on the podcast. Because the podcast clip is what, like went viral. But that's y'all gonna learn one day.
Yeah, this is weirdo stuff though, man. I'm looking through this real quick. Hold on. He said I received a week straight of false allegations. Okay, so now Keith Lee had to come out against it.
Yeah, it's been weeks. It's been weeks.
Man, yo, just educate your people. Give them what they need to know, understand about what it is to be not just black, white, everything. And this is the thing though, is like you could big up someone white, black, Asian, whoever it may be. Let's just history be the history and let what it be. Yeah, slavery was slavery. and there was slavery before slavery in the U.S. Y'all just have big boss versions of it in the U.S. Just acknowledge that. We can keep it pushing, and ain't nobody tripping off that. Y'all let motherfuckers though be able to have angst with everything where y'all don't want to even acknowledge what it is. And I'm good with it. Yo, this Keith Lee thing, I gotta get into this now. Now I gotta dive. We might have to. Next episode, we might have to do another episode on this because this Keith Lee thing.
I'm down.
But no, because I'm reading this, and it's pissing me off now.
Yeah, niggas do too much.
It's pissing me off.
Not niggas.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean. The Anglos, the Yankees. But you know, I mean, ultimately, it's like stop trying to rewrite history.
Yeah,
you know, like that's a you doing that is erasing us and erasing. And see, the thing is that this is the narrative that's going to ultimately trickle down because you know, like the conversation of reparation is coming up more often, and y'all owe it to us.
Yeah,
y'all owe it to us, and not just us. Y'all owe it to Native Americans, and I know they own slave. I know they own slaves. But pushing them to the, you know, the Trail of Tears, them losing more than half of their.
No. Let's keep it 100 for real. Y'all Europeans did it at the best level. Y'all may not have started this slavery stuff, but y'all made it at the.
And it's still going on. It is still going on to this day.
But I'm talking about like how it was for African people in this Eastern Hemisphere, and I'm talking about the brothers and sisters in Brazil as well as Chile,
right?
Chile, but Chile going up to the French Guiana, going up through Paraguay, going up through everything from South America, Eastern Hemisphere. Y'all did a number on us, y'all.
Yeah,
y'all did a number on us. But yo, this is a long one, y'all. I know. Yeah, Dom, let's hit him real quick, boy. You can hit you up at.
Y'all can find me at St. Angela's Whiskey Soured on wherever you podcast and on the YouTube, St. Angela's. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Buy a candle or two. And that's all I got for y'all today, Em.
Look, shout out to everybody listening. I know people said I've been getting back into my revolutionary bag. I've been real chill in general. I've been
tired of y'all shit.
Somebody was like, man, D, you've been real mad on the last few podcasts. In general, it's not.
Hey, and like Solange said, you got the right to be mad.
Yeah. And I'm doing okay for myself. I feel this bad at this in general for the game. I could be at some old asshole stuff and be like, yo, I'm good, and F everybody else.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
But no, thank y'all for listening as always. We'll be back. Peace.